Okay, so we've now drilled our sets of holes into the boards. Just look at how it shows on the other side, like this. A little rough, but we'll pick away and smooth at that. And we've got the text blocks mounted here in this sort of wooden holder. What I've done is I've used some conventional bookends that you'd see in any library, just to put under here and just sort of make for some additional stability. And what we're going to be doing now is adhering on this guy. So we've threaded this fabric sort of in and out with 6 of these twines. In fact, that's upside down. It actually needs to be this way. There we go. And once this fabric is adhered down, and we're going to need a lot of glue for this, these here, and I've actually got a hole too many here, so each of these will have to be pulled out. These we will unravel. That reveals 3 smaller twines, and it's those that we're going to knit into each of the sets of the 3 holes, and that's how we're going to attach the boards to the text block. So, but first off, we're going to put an unseemly amount of glue directly onto this surface. As we discussed earlier, this is a thin layer of cardboard that was adhered to the original book restorer's glue sometime in the 19th century. So we're going to be using good old-fashioned school glue. Honestly, it's probably very similar stuff to what would have been used originally. Non-toxic, just pH neutral, just you know, because it's harmless for kids, obviously. So I'm going to be really quite generous with this. I'm not going to, and the reason I'm being so generous is I want it to soak through the cardboard, and I want my glue to meet up with the 19th century glue, and it's basically going to form one cohesive adhesive. That didn't sound good, but you know what I mean. It's going to be one consistent object when it's all sort of dried out and set. So that's the purpose of why we're doing this here. So really can't do too much of this. This really make sure that this is all set and gonna soak all the way, go all the way to the edges here, but not get any glue obviously on the text itself. That's not something we want at this point. There we go. All right. Now we're going to set this down on the surface, and we're doing it in such a way that we obviously want these to be as level as we can get and as equally spaced. And at this point I will confess I'm eyeballing it, which probably isn't great, but just pull these through. There we go. Okay, that's starting to look good. Yep, this guy needs to come through as well. Okay, put this guy through as well. And we'll have to do the same on the other side in a moment. But the idea is we have these threads. Doesn't matter there's a little bit of fold in the fabric, but it does matter. We want these threads to be level and even. Because eventually we're going to form the leather around these threads, or twine I should call it, I guess. And that's what's obviously going to form the bedrock of the board attachment and the raised bands at the end of the day.